Before Kadosh Baruch Hu gave the Torah to the Jewish people, the Midrash says he offered it to all the nations in the world. Right? Hashem is Sinai Bat. Hashem came from Sinai, and the pasuk says he went to Seir from Har Paran. Mimino Eshdat Lamo. He gave with his right hand the fiery law to Am Yisrael. Why was Hashem coming from Seir? Har Seir Zedom. So Midrash says Hashem went to Esav's descendants. He asked them, "Do you want the Torah?" They said, "What does it say over there?" It says, "Do not murder." He says, "No, sorry, not for us." He asked Ammon Moab, "You want the Torah?" What does it say over there? "Do not commit adultery." It's not for us. He asked Ishmael, "You want the Torah?" It says, "You do not steal." He says, "We cannot accept that. We love to steal." Therefore, he went to every nation until he came to the Jewish people. And what did the Jewish people say? Simple. Na'aseh v'nishma. We don't need to know what said is over there. Whatever you say, we will do. We will do and we will listen. Question is, how could the other nations tell Hashem, we want to steal and kill? They're not embarrassed. Even if the Torah didn't fit their lifestyle. This is you answer God. You tell God to the face. We kill, we steal. What is that kind of answer? And why would God offer something that He knows they're going to say that for? He knows that they do this. He knows that they like to do this. Why would you tell them a different mitzvah? Tell them about something else. The Maral says, Hashem didn't literally ask the nations. He knew that was pointless. He knew they wouldn't accept. Hashem asked them by looking how they behave, and actions speak louder than words. And when He saw them stealing, He saw them murdering, He saw them committing adultery, He got His answer already. He knew already. From heaven, Hashem looked at mankind to see if they're looking for godliness. They're looking for Hashem. So He saw the Jewish people and He saw their behavior is godliness. Their behavior is, we do things because it's the right thing to do. We don't do things because we feel like it. So therefore He says, this means that the Torah is for them. So what did Hashem do? Hashem went to the Jewish people and He told Moshe, say, Kol tomar bet Yaakov v'tegid lebnei Israel. I took you out of Egypt. I carried you on the eagle's wings. And now, if you keep the Torah, v'tiyu li mamlechet kohanim. You will be for me a kingdom of kohanim, holy nation. What does this mean that Hashem took us out of Egypt? We know the 10 plagues. He destroyed in the Red Sea the Egyptians. And if you don't want a similar outcome, Hashem says, look at the power I have, look what I could do. You better accept the Torah. On the other hand, if you keep the Torah, you'll be a treasured nation. What makes it that our nation is so united more than anybody else? They say if you give $1 in the Jewish community, it goes 4 or 5 times around in the same community. If you give $1 in a different community, that's it, right away. The guy doesn't give it back. When people make money in the Jewish community, it always goes back into the community. Why are we so like this? Says the Rabbenu Sadia Gaon, Goyim, they also pray. Goyim, they also give tzedakah. Goyim, they also eat, drink, sleep. So what are they different than us? Goyim don't study Torah. The Torah is what makes us united. Torah makes us different than anybody else. And what does it mean that we're going to be a kingdom of Kohanim? Kingdom of Kohanim means that each person can be like Kohen Gadol. Kohen Gadol, what did he get? Ruach HaKodesh. He had the breastplate. They used to give him the answers. Each person can be on that level, connecting to Hashem. The Rambam says every Jew has the ability to be like who? Like Moshe Rabbenu. You can be like Moshe Rabbenu, who's so close to Hashem. Each one is a prince. He goes to the king. He can become the king himself. So therefore, a person has to know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says each one of you is special. Each one of you is unique and have a special relationship. No letter from the Torah could be missing. No Jew could be missing. Every Jew is important. Holy nation says what? What's a holy nation? Maybe you tell Hashem, you have angels, leave us alone. What do you need angels for? But the angels, they don't have the task that we have. What's our task? What does it mean to be kadosh? Kedushim tiyu. Ramban says, kadesh atzmecha b'mutar lach. Whatever is permitted to you, don't just eat because it's kasher. Don't just do because it's allowed. It has to be, there's a reason. It's going to make me uplift the physical and come closer to Hashem. You could be in Naval B'Shut Torah. You could be a person who eats steak every night. It's kosher. You go and enjoy every single night at a party because there's no non-kosher part of the party. The food's kosher, music's kosher. There's a mechitza. But every night you're looking for gashmiut. You're looking for it to enjoy. You're not looking for, does this make me closer to Hashem? So he's naval. He's a person who's looking for desires in the confines of the Torah. Hashem says, no, kiddushim to you. Even when it's permitted, what's the reason you're doing this? Yes, you're religious, so you buy this, you buy that. Why do you buy this, why that? Is there a reason behind it? A holy reason behind it? That's what it means kiddushim to you. So therefore Hashem says, when I give you the Torah, I give it with all these things in mind. You have to have all these things in mind. So therefore a person has to know that this is a very big mitzvah in the Torah, that we have to go and be kiddushim to you. Kiddushim to you also means modest. Also means be respectful to other people. Have in mind other people, how they look at you and how they perceive you. For example, not everything is permitted. It should be done. As the disciple said, my grandkids, they asked me, Saba, this candy is kosher? I said to them, yes, it's kosher. And he told his son, you see, today, they don't ask, should I eat the candy or not? They just ask if it's kosher. They didn't ask me if they should eat the candy or not. And that's the problem, he says. Person has to ask, should I do this, should I not? Not, is it mutar, is it rabbi, tachlis? Yesh al min ismoch. It's mutar or not? Maybe you should be asking, should I do this bichlal or not? Forget if it's mutar or not. Is this good for you? Is this going to make you closer to Hashem? So therefore, he says, when you will sanctify yourself a little bit, says the Gemara, Hashem will sanctify you a lot. Just open for me, kiptuhosh and mahat, open for me like the hole of a needle, and I'll open for you like the opening of ulam, of the hall, the banquet hall. Baruch na olam.